make yourselves up here so you.
Sure. Oh, you're not that good.
I'll wait for these to get distributed.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And in one more. Thank you. Yep. Oh, I bet so, huh?
John?
We got one more.
Does everybody have one of these? Okay. So last night, we said we were going to do how many things? 3 things. Relax. And enjoy yourselves. We're here for you. We're here to serve you. And we're going to serve you in a couple of different ways. And one of them is to bring attention to the subject of nutrient management. Simple, nutrient management. On the way over here, I was able to point out the Cavalier Hotel. John Huber probably mentioned it. I believe that's like a 1925 structure, and that was the first structure in Virginia Beach. And think about, that was what, 3/4 of a century ago, and how many things have happened since then to develop this area. You also saw a handout for the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. That was, what, 1960 or so. Another reflection of what? Population growth and its relationship to nutrient management. Now, the environmental aspect to that is summed up quite nicely with this fact sheet here. What is our crop primarily as it relates to fertilizer? Turf. Turf happens to be the largest in acreage, turf crop, largest in acreage, irrigated crop, larger than corn, wheat, and fruit trees. Fruit trees take a lot of water combined. Did you know that? Remember yesterday I told you I'm going to keep it simple? That's pretty simple. And so here's site 1, and you're the leaders of the industry, correct? You're the largest supplier of fertilizer to that crop. It's a mind blower. But you know what? Society's gotten so complex, we're all kind of running around, right? Like this. There's so much noise that some simple things, common sense things, are just escaping us. So, let's look at what landscapers do with this crop turf. There's all the uses right there, enumerated out. Golf courses, sod farms, general areas, churches, cemeteries. We highlighted golf courses and home lawns. And we made a couple of assumptions. Now, you know, and I know, that turf gets, when it's manicured, it gets treated several times in a year, correct? Well, we're just doing one treatment. We're making an assumption from one treatment. And we're also assuming that the treatment is 200 pounds per acre. Usually it's a minimum of 3 3/4 of a bag, and as many as 5 bags, but let's say 200 pounds. 4 times 50, 200 pounds per acre. Let's also assume 30% of the bag is nitrogen and phosphorus. 30%. Like a 25-5-12. A 25-5 whatever, right? 25, that's your 30%. Well, your total application volume is therefore in Virginia on these 2 segments of the turf crop, the most that people identify with, golf courses and home lawns. You are a scapegoat. Your customers are scapegoats because the laws being passed don't apply to anybody else where the nutrient problems are coming from. I'm standing up, you know, at days it feels like all by myself. But I'm uncompromising, I'm unrelentless, because I believe that in nutrient management, what's wrong with chemical fertilizers? Nothing. They're salts. But if you put too much salt in your diet, what happens? You've got some health issues. Well, Mother Nature is no different. And you've heard all this. None of this is even new to you, right? But what are we doing about it? And I'm not here to preach. It's a choice. Claris, we got a little tagline, don't we? Clear choice. Clean water. Simple message. Or, I'm sorry, choice fertilizer. Wait, what's our logo? Or what's our tagline? Huber, where's Huber? All right, so back to the assumption here. You got there's your annual percentage, right? Well, we also know that there's 11 states that have passed nutrient management laws. And in Virginia, the EPA mandated, they said, hey, the states, they're not doing enough. So the EPA mandated that the states spend billions of dollars. You know how much they want Virginia to spend? Effective 2010 or 11 when the law went into effect? $8 billion. And maybe we'll hit our goal by 20 whatever. Maybe. My brothers, because I don't see any sisters here. One treatment on those two segments of 16.23, we hit the goal. Boom. Oh, sorry. Sorry, God. I'm getting kind of preachy here. I can't help it. I got a temperament, you know. It's a certain kind of temperament. Didn't I tell you I was going to keep it simple? We could hit the goal. One treatment of Screaming Green. Now, that's the environmental message. The environmental. And you hear that so much, it gets to be rhetorical. It's like, sustainability, environment. Here we are. This is what we're talking about. Little heron over there, little osprey over there. But you should have seen on the statistics, the shell industry is 1%, less than 1% of what it was. Amen. Amen, amen, I say to you. Right here, environmental. So stop one is environmental message. Now, over the course of the day, we're going to hear a little bit more about the choice we have. It's environmental, it's agronomic, and it's economical. Now, I don't know if this message makes it any more clear of what can be done about it. And by the way, that hitting that goal, the net reduction, and it says here somewhere, homeowners may apply achieved using Claris results amplified when recycled nutrients. We hit the goal just in the predictive reduction that we proved in research. You know, if you have to apply a pound of nitrogen from 28,512, a conventional fertilizer with no organic nutrients or no organic matter in there, that's not as effective as a Screaming Green, 16.23, lower concentration of nutrients. What about the fact that you're recycling manures and biosolids on top of it? That is additive to the environmental message. So, now, okay, Tony. Zip.